hope you had a lovely half term. I'm just here with you today just to go through some of your home learning and to go through some of the maths really that you might find challenging when you get to that part. So your science this week, we are asking that you get out and about and have a look at some flowers, go into your garden, ask a neighbour nicely if you can borrow some flowers to look at, to dissect. I say borrow, they will probably not be returned. Please make sure though, if you're taking flowers from anywhere, that you're asking permission. Your English learning this week is another literacy shared animation on the Alchemist letter. I think you'll really enjoy it, and there's some lovely learning opportunities on there that we'd love to see if you can send them across to the Year 5 email. But today I'm really going to focus with you on the maths. I think last time we looked at this in class, lots of you found this challenging. So I'm going to do my best to do a quick whistle-stop tour of some of the things that you might find helpful when looking at your learning on maths. So I'm going to zoom through. If you have got any questions, please just email and I'll go through as much as I can with you on there as well. So first of all then, we're going to start with a number. And that number is 120, as you can see. I've just popped it here on the board. And I want you to all think about this number as being your 100%. This is your whole. So imagining, for example, this represented flowers in a garden. Let's stick with the science theme. There was 120 flowers in the garden. Now let's go from there. So that's your 100%. If I wanted to find out, well, 50% of those flowers are red, for example, how could I do that? So 50%, I'm going to show this using a bar model, which we've used before. And that 50% will be our whole, representing 100%, split into two. Two 50s give us 100. So that then will help us to visualise, okay, what will I need to do then to find 50% of my starting amount, 120? And for this, I will need to do 120 divided by 2, which will give me an answer of 60. So 50% of 120 is equal to 60. From there, you can also look at finding 25%. There's a few ways you can do this. I'll show it you in a couple of ways. So here's your bar again. This time, instead of splitting it into 50, I'm going to half and half again. And I know 25% is equal to my quarter, 4 equal parts there. So this time, instead of dividing by 2, I'm going to need to divide by 5. 5, 4. Which will give me an answer of 30. Okay, or I could have used my 50% here, seen the link, but if I know 50% is 60, save yourself a job, halving's easier than quartering, straight away I can see that 30 is half of 60, which would also give my 25%. You're also going to need to find 10% for your learning this week. Now to find 10%, if I show you again on the bar, I'm trying to make these bars as equal as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each one here represents 10%, and you can see there that I need 10% to give me 100. 10 times 10 equals 100. So for 10%, I divide by 10, which will give me the answer of 12. Now, finally, the last one you'll need is 1%. And for this one, I'm not going to draw the bar because that will take me a long time, but if I know 10%, I will need to divide by 10. 1%, how many ones go into 100? Well, there's 100, so for this one, I'll divide by 100. Now here, might stump some of you. This one you'll need to go into decimals. If you need help with this, use your dividing by 100 model using a place value grid or your squares in your book. Hop everything over. 2 squares to the right, it's getting 100 times smaller. So my 0 is going to go, my 2, my 1. So my answer will just be 1.2. That 0 now I don't need because it's not holding a significant place in my number. So my answer for this would be 1.2. So quick recap, 50% divide by 2, 25% divide by 4, 10% divide by 10, 1% divide by 100. You may also need to look at any money off. If that happens, remember to subtract your 10%. So have a good go with your learning as much as you can. If you need me, I'm on the Year 5 email, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye everyone.